Hello, and welcome to She Is Not Her Trauma. I'm your host, Jayresa Sass, your benevolent and sassy mentor, and you are in a safe space where you can embrace your truth, trauma, and transformation. And on today's episode, we will be speaking with a very, very, very special guest on how to cope as a single mother. So please stay tuned and join us for this conversation after this break.
Why dosage massage and body work? We believe that massage is not just a luxury, but a necessity of life. It helps the whole body, mind, body, and spirit, so you get the therapeutic benefits of massage, not just the physical. We offer massage, different types of massage, hot stones, deep tissue, lymphatic drainage, your regular Swedish. We offer cryos, body slim, and facial. We do have a signature product line. It's called Sophia Rose Delight. It helps with sinuses, migraine, sore muscle. It's organic and it is available through our website. Our goal when you leave dosage massage is to leave transformed, mind, body, and spirit. Come see me.
Welcome back to She Is Not Her Trauma. I'm your host, Jayresa Sass. And today we have our very special guest, Sheila. And Sheila is my Promote Her sister. Welcome, Sheila. I'm so excited.
Beautiful. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
So today we are going to talk about how you have been able to cope as a single parent, as a single mom, a mom of how many?
5 daughters.
Whew.
Five.
Wow.
5.
So how has you being a single mom of 5 daughters been traumatic for you, if any way possible?
Well, we weren't created to have children alone, right? I've always told people that the original creation was for husband and wife to come together and have children. And so anything outside of what we know to be God's divine order, we're going to have trouble. And being a mother trying to raise 5 daughters with 5 different personalities, my first 4 are 2 years apart. And then 5 years later, I was blessed with the last one, right? And so just the financial difficulties that comes with it, the emotional when you're dealing with a divorce and you're dealing with issues within your marriage and then having to try to figure out how to deal with your own stuff while trying to make sure that they get what they need. It's all kinds of different components that you have to deal with. So for the most part, that has been the biggest challenge with me, is making sure that not only am I assisting them in their growth and through all transitions that happen just on a normal basis, but the craziness that happens when you get divorced and now you have mom, and mom has to do the job of mom and dad as it relates to emotional, financial, spiritual. There are so many different things that were originally created to be for 2, now has the full weight of me. So, yeah.
So I really want to really ask you if you can give us one of those moments that you really felt like you were so defeated because you couldn't really cope with the fact that you were doing this all alone. Like, how were you able to manage that?
Oh, that is a good question. Good job. Yeah. So I'm going to say I've always been the strong friend, right? I'm always the one that people come to and, oh my gosh, Sheila, you've done this with 5 girls and you got your education and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, great. But the biggest part for me in being able to maintain and transition is the connections that I have. And I think it's very important in life just to be connected to the right people, because I have always been the type of person where if I'm having a good day, I'm having a good day. I've never been hidden or guarded when it comes to speaking about my trauma. But the other part is when I'm not good, I say I'm not good.
Okay, and that's important.
And knowing that I have family, friends, and also a sisterhood, and promote her where you can pick up the phone and say, today is not a good day. And if they're close enough, they'll come. And if not, they'll get on the phone and call. Just having that support outside of course, relationship with God. But the biggest part is you be like who you be with. Nice. And so when I'm surrounded by strong people, it helps me to kind of move forward past out of all of that.
I like that. So can you express maybe a little bit of the physical emotions that you really experienced, or those moments that you just really could not pick yourself up? Like, how did you feel? I know what a heartbreak feel like. So I'm just asking, because I know plenty of times I had to pick up my heart and put it back in my chest and keep it moving. Yes. So how were you able to deal with that when you were in those situations?
So I think it's very important that we understand that it's important to be in the moment, right? Not to ignore the fact that, yes, today is a hard day. Today I feel alone. Today I don't feel loved like I normally feel. Today I just don't want to do it. I don't want to show up for you. Whether you're showing up for me or not, right. I don't want to show up for you today. Right. And if we start acknowledging the reality of it and not trying to be so strong that no one can come in and help us, for me, that was the biggest part. It was being able to say, you know what, I don't feel like doing it, and I'm going to sleep. Like, I'm just going to go to sleep.
Listen, I get it. I definitely understand that. So what I wanted to also ask you is, there's this big, I would say, stigma around single parents and raising children. And what statistics usually say is like, okay, well, the child that's raised by the single parent is always something wrong with them. There's always negative things about them. So how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like your children are suffering because you are a single mom?
First of all, children are going to have their own stuff anyway. And yes, I believe that there has been an impact outside of, with the divorce and, him being an absent father. There are a lot of things that they have to deal with. I've witnessed, even with my daughters, the desire to want to be accepted. And it becomes greater so we all want to be accepted. We were created to be relational, right? And when we don't have the proper components, there's always going to be something missing. And so we'll feel
Absolutely.
Like we need to have it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So after this break, we will get to know what your real truth was and how you were able to transition that to be the thriving woman that you are today. Oh. So please stay tuned and join us after this break.
TQB. J. We gon' get your money right. We gon' need your mind. Building things, hopes and dreams, one step at a time. It's the Queen Blueprint. Welcome to the movement. Cash rules everything around me. Cream Academy. Anything you wanna do, you can do it. And Queen Candace got the blueprint. Understand the mind, get the money in line. Making boss moves one step at a time. Want a house, want a car, you can have it. Top notch credit, just to match that. Any question that you have, just ask that. Cause all I know is life is what you make it. Power in your hands. I can give you all the tools. Just tell me your plans. Let's talk habit, let's map action. It's a real quick background map.
Welcome back to She Is Not Her Trauma, and I'm your host, Jayresa Sass. And right before the break, we talked with our special guest, Sheila, on how she was able to cope with being a single parent and a mother of five daughters. So at this moment of time, we will speak to Sheila and find out, Sheila, like, how have you been able to accept your truth that you are a single mom raising 5 daughters by yourself?
That's good. So the biggest part, a lot of people always told me, well, tell him, the father, tell him that they need this, and tell him, they've suffered with this. And my biggest thing was, if you wanted to be there, you would, right? And I've never been the one, I don't want to force you to do something, because then you'll do it in the moment. And the moment I take away that pressure, you go back to neglecting. And so I had to get to the point where I said, you know what? They're your daughters. Whether he's there or not, you still have to show up. And I took the responsibility of doing my part. That's all I could do. I had to own the fact that this is me in this moment. I can't sit and wallow in this moment. I have 5 daughters. They're still living.
And they're watching you.
Every single moment. And you can tell, you see things that they do and they say, and it's like, wait a minute.
Yep.
Hold on, I didn't want you to pick that part up. Like, I want you to pick the other stuff up. But then you realize, okay, you're not as guarded, or you're not as protective as you think you are as it relates to your emotions and the things that you say and do. So now I have to be more careful.
Absolutely. And with that being said, what I really would like to know, because I'm a mom as well, a mom of 2, and how are you as a mom guarding your children from not experiencing the trauma you've experienced?
I don't think that we can guard them to that degree. I think the biggest thing is just education, information, providing them with what you know. When you're growing up, mom and dad can tell you things. You're like, yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
That was back in the day where you said it, and that don't work right now. Right. And so the only thing that I can really do is just give them the principles, give them the foundation. If you give them principles and not just situations, then they can apply it to anything. But if you just say, if you do this, then this will happen, and if they do that and it don't happen, that disproves your point. So just being able to have the open communication with them, having conversations with them. A lot of times I hear things I don't want to hear.
Right. And how were you able to deal with that, though? I mean, as parents, we don't want to face certain things that we see our children go through. And even as far as just knowing that maybe at the same age that I've experienced trauma, now I'm watching my child go through it. So as a parent, it's really hard, right? And do you utilize those moments, like when you do see those things, to say something right away, or you just... Okay, so what are your techniques behind that?
No, I mean, some things I just can't handle.
Okay.
Like I try to be very realistic about what it is. For me, again, it's about community, right? Being able to tap in and say, I can't handle this right now. I know as a mom, because I'm so close, I might go straight in like, hey, you don't, and this don't, and you look, and that's not always best. And so when I know it's something that I can't handle and it's not an urgent situation, because sometimes things have to be addressed, right? You got to suck it up.
Right.
Hey,
absolutely.
This is what you got into, right? And then there's other things where you can just have the conversation later and say, okay, you know what? Let's table this. And I even gotten to the point where, even like with my 16, 18-year-old daughter, I don't want to know that right now. Give me a moment. We'll come back. But right now, I don't know if I might cry. I don't know if I might scream. And I don't want to mishandle you.
Right.
And that's the biggest part, because they have been mishandled for so long.
Right.
And so I don't have the luxury or the pleasure of making those kind of mistakes. Yes. I can't be selfish. Right. So I have to put extra care into how I choose to do things and how I choose to say things for them.
I like that.
Thank you.
So, now that you've expressed your truth with us and you know your truth, do your children know your truth and what you've experienced?
To a degree. It took a long time for me, because I didn't want to. There were certain things. First of all, children shouldn't know everything. Right. You don't need to know all the grimy details or anything. Whatever affects you, you should know. And so it got to the point where I was so frustrated and overwhelmed with Christmases and all of those birthdays and things.
Wow, yes.
And it got to the point where I told them I don't know if it was a birthday or Christmas, I said, I'm not obligated to buy you things on these days. And I probably shouldn't. I'm going to say this anyway.
No, I mean, no.
No. Listen, No, I was like, being a mother, I had a choice in whether I wanted to have you or not.
Okay.
We do.
Absolutely.
I shouldn't have to further pay all this money because you're here every year. We're not going to do that. You're going to take this unjustified expectation off of me. I take care of you every day of every year. Honor me on this day and not put the pressure on me to do that. And so that's how we deal with things now. It's head on. Like, I love you, but I mean, no one else out here in this world is going to guard you from the truth. So I would be foolish as a mother to pacify and baby you in this moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Sheila, now that we know all of these, experiences as far as like you coping with being a mom, a single mom of 5 and things like that, how were you able to transition those experiences to be able to help others today? Like, how are you thriving in this world today? What are you doing? Like, let us know the amazing things that you're doing.
So the amazing things I'm doing. I am the accountability coach. So I have a nonprofit organization called Eliminating Excuses, and I assist people in doing just that, in their finances, in their relationships, even if it's their self, if they want to lose weight, and things are keeping them from that. I basically teach them how to learn balance, grow in their perspective, and be accountable. That's the biggest part. Everyone points the finger and wants to, oh, well, if it wasn't for this person, then, or if it wasn't for this situation, but that all can be true.
Absolutely.
And the other aspect of it for me, what I'm doing is trying to help people understand it's not about not having any excuses. That is foolish. Like, that is not wisdom to say, oh, well, no excuses. No, it's about eliminating the ones that come up.
Absolutely.
So, I am available on Instagram. I am Eliminating Excuses. And on Facebook, you can follow me, Eliminating Excuses on Facebook. But I just want people to grow up,
So do you think that you branching out to start this brand of Eliminating Excuses was actually your way of saying that I had enough of the life I was living and the things I've experienced and now I want to eliminate my own excuses so that I can thrive?
It was actually birthed from talking to other people who were getting on my nerves.
Okay.
No, seriously. It was like, I'm sitting here, I go back to school, get my bachelor's, my master's, I have 5 children, I'm divorced and dealing with all of this, and you just woke up and have no responsibility besides yourself, and you're coming to me, well, Sheila, why? And oh my God, I can't. And oh, come on, man. Let's do this. Okay. Like, I love people. I love hard, but Eliminating Excuses was birthed out of me getting to a place where I say, listen, it's not about, life happens. It's going to happen to us all. What are you going to do with the cards you have been dealt?
I like that. Because, that's something that's really hard for us in general, like to be able to just move past. Like, I mean, even somebody that's experiencing something like with a mental health condition, just being able to get out their own way, even if they're, trying their hardest is definitely, we definitely need that accountability. Yes. So for someone who may be going through the same things that you're going through, that you've been through as a single mom, what message can you leave with them to let them know that they're not alone?
What I want to say first is you have to make sure that you stay focused and do what it is that you're called to do in raising your children. It's not about anybody else. In every area of your life, you are responsible for what you do. Your response is your responsibility. And so understand that if you focus yourself and you surround yourself with the people that you need, you can conquer anything. You are never alone. You are never alone. And I need people to understand that. They're never alone.
Never alone. You hear that, right? Never alone. You're never alone. And that is very deep. Girl, you gave me chills.
Girl,
woo!
Listen.
Come on now. Come on. So I just got another last question for you.
Okay.
So I'm your benevolent and sassy mentor. Yes, so I believe in self-benevolence, loving yourself within, so that you can be able to incorporate that to the world. Yes. So can you give me your definition of what it means to be benevolent, and how are you being benevolent?
Loving myself. Understanding that no is a complete sentence. It does not require an explanation. I can say no if I've never been there for you, and I can say no if I've been there for you every time.
Yes.
I posted something recently that said, you have to take care of you. Because I don't care what happens, if you die today, life will continue to go on without you.
Yes.
Take off that responsibility of carrying the weight of everybody and their issues. It's not yours to carry.
Yes, I love that, sis. Oh my goodness. And I'm so grateful that you were able to come here today and share your story.
Thank you.
It definitely means a lot. I mean, I'm a single mom, and I mean, I bashed myself a few times, like, okay, well, why am I doing it by myself? You know, a mother is supposed to have help and all of those type of things.
Absolutely.
So I just want to commend you, and I want to tell you thank you. And after this break, we will speak with Sheila and find out how we can get in contact with her, and how we can, you know, start off our track of trying to maintain our accountability. So please stay tuned and join us after this break.
Why Dosage Massage and Bodywork? We believe that massage is not just a luxury, but a necessity of life. It helps the whole body, mind, body, and spirit, so you get the therapeutic benefits of massage, not just the physical. We offer massage, different types of massage, hot stones, deep tissue, lymphatic drainage, your regular Swedish. We offer cryos, body slim, and facial. We do have a signature product line. It's called Sophia Rose Delight. It helps with sinuses, migraine, sore muscle. It's organic, and it is available through our website. Our goal when you leave Dosage Massage is to leave transformed, mind, body, and spirit. Come see me.
Welcome back to She Is Not Her Trauma. I'm your host, Jayresa Sass. And right before the break, we was hearing Sheila's amazing story on how she has been able to cope as a single mom. So Sheila, can you please let our amazing audience know how they can get in contact with you if they do need to transition and start that road of eliminating their excuses?
So there's two main things outside of what I've already mentioned that I want you to know. On Facebook, I have a group called Eliminate Excuses and Execute with SMA. Eliminate Excuses and Execute with SMA. So if you are absolutely ready to move forward and get past all of the things that you've put in your own way, reach out to me. I'm definitely there. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I am Eliminating Excuses.
Thank you so much, Sheila.
Thank you.
And once
Beautiful.
again, I said thank you. I really appreciate you.
Thank
today.
you so much for having me. It's awesome.
Yes.
It's an awesome task that you have ahead of you right now. So keep going. This is amazing, and I love you for having me here. Thank you for being a part of the sisterhood,
Oh my
love.
goodness.
Thank
sis.
you.
I just would like to leave you guys with a little bit words of encouragement for anyone who may be experiencing the same things that our guests experienced today. I just want to let you know that you're not alone. And I wanted to leave you with a little bit of self-benevolence knowledge. So I want all my single moms to know that you should be encouraged and never forget that you are who you are. Never second guess your accomplishments. There are some action steps that I would like to leave with you. So first, find your tribe. Connect with other moms who share similar challenges. Ask for help. All strong, independent women need help every now and then. Network. Build your support network of friends, acquaintances, or allies. Practice self-care. It doesn't have to be expensive or take a lot of time, but it's a necessity. Remember, you are first and foremost a person. And I would like to thank you for joining today's show. And anyone who has any story or any type of inspiration and they would like to share it, you can always contact me at Jayresa, Jayresa, @benevolentsassy.com. mentor.com. You can also tune in on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on the Promote Her Network channel and catch all of these amazing stories that we have. And always remember that a clear mind is a benevolent one. Thank you and see you soon.